see how to add the LWC components and how to build those LWC components. So in order to make this video a bit shorter, so I have already added all the code for the both LWC, but I will be explaining everything in detail in this video. So we have already seen the Apex class, right? Navigation menu items controller. So we will use this navigation menu item controller to fetch the menu items, and then all the other logic we have written, developer name and the menu item collection, and then we will use it here. So first let's see navigation menu. So we need two components actually. First one is menu and the other one is menu item. In the menu we will design the just nav bar. Okay, we will just design nav. Okay, that means when we go to the builder we will just design this part, navigation part. And in order to show what are the items which we have, like we have topics, we have some books, we have some movies, everything like that. So those are menu items. For that we need the navigation menu item component, which we will be calling here. Okay, so first in the navigation menu we need the current page reference. Okay, why we need this is, for the very first time, for example, if you are still in the builder and you did not publish your site, but you have created the items in the navigation. Okay, but you, as soon as you create, you should be able to see those navigation menus right here. That means like every time you should not publish and you should not see the changes. So you should be able to see the changes even in the draft state when you are in the builder. So we will use the current page reference whether to identify whether you are in the builder or you are in the actual site. Okay, that is for the current page reference, and this method is we are importing it from the Apex class. Okay, that Apex class which we wrote, this one. I have explained this Apex class in the previous video. If you did not watch it, please go and watch that, and then you can understand clearly this LWC. So we need three API components, the three global values. Okay, the first one is link set master label, add home menu item, include image URLs. We also have one more property in the Apex class. What is it? Is publish status. So we will use this publish status and as a local only, and then we will update here only. Okay, so why we need these three as a global is we will passing these values to the community. Okay, using the meta file. I will tell you that also. Now I have taken one menu items. So this is an empty collection right now. When we call this Apex method, we will get the list of the menu items, right? So we will store that here. And then we are using the is loaded property to check whether all the menu items have been retrieved or not. So the initial value will be false. And then we are using the error to check, to store the error if we get any error from the method call. Now, and we also have publish status. So we will use this publish status to update the value based on the current page reference. Now we are calling this method. So for this method we need four parameters, right? So navigation link set master label, publish status, add home menu item, and then include image URL. So we have to pass those four, and out of which the navigation link set master label we are passing this value as this one, and publish status as this one, and home menu item as this one. Include image URL will be this one. Okay, so we will pass those, and I will explain you where are we setting these values. We are just passing, but we are not setting any value. We will see that. So the return array will be in the wired menu items. So we will have the error and then data. So if data, that means there is no error and we have the data, and is loaded is false. Is loaded is false here. So not of false is true. That means all the components, all the submenu items or the complete method call is done. Okay, then we are coming here and then we are storing all those menu items in the menu items. So we will have from the data, we should map item and then index. These are the two parameters, right? So for the item we are storing all these values. So in the item it will have target, and then whatever the value, item dot action value. See, these item dot action value, label, action type, submenu, all these are the properties which are returned from this method. So this method itself, this connect API method itself will return the items in the form of these values. Okay, that only those we are storing, and we will use these to display in the UI. Okay, So target means item dot action value. Okay, that means where we are going to show this. Okay, that means in the site which page, and then index. Okay, I like, is it the first navigation menu item or the second one or the third one, and then label, the label of the, or the name of the menu item, and then action type. So I have already explained you in the action type means if you click on here and then click add menu, this is the type, right? Whether it's a event, external, so this will, so that connect API dot navigation menu item will give us all these values. Okay, the name, type, and then we also have the image, that is image URL. So all these properties are here. Okay, and then sub menu means I explained you a one scenario, right? Like for every menu item we can have sub menu items, so in that case we have to use sub menu. But in this video we will not be seeing any sub menu, but later on I will explain that also. We need to improvise navigation menu item a bit to show this sub menus also. And then image URL, and then window name. So window name is nothing but the item to target. That means whether it is referring to particular page. Okay, for example, I have added this new menu item and I put it as side page, and then I will refer it to the forgot password page. Now what the target of this page will be, forgot password page. So that is what it is referring here. And since we return the data, the error will be undefined, and is loaded is true. That means all the menu items and the method call is completed. So we are making it as true. And else if error, that means the method call did not happen and we got the error. So in that case we will store the error in the error variable, and then menu items collection will be empty, and is loaded will be again true because the method call and the retrieval is completed. And this is for our purpose, like if there is any error we can check in the console. And I have explained you about the current page reference, right? So this current page reference we are getting, we are identifying whether we are in the builder or not. So a builder means it is commoditor. If the app is commoditor, publish status will be draft. That means we are saying that get all the items, or get all the items of a navigation menu which is in draft state. Why? Because you are still in the community builder only, you are not in the published site. Or like if it is not commoditor, that means commoditor means community builder, that means this one, this builder. If you are not there, then the published status should be live. That means whatever we have published, those it should fetch. It should not fetch the draft. Draft is still okay, still we are working, but while we are working we have to see the changes, right? So that's why we will use the published status as draft when we want to see the changes immediately in the builder. This is about the JS, and let's go to the meta file. I told you we have to add the targets, and I have added the master label as navigation menu just to see the component name. Okay, and targets are community page and community default. So in the target configs we will add it as a community default. Now whatever the properties, we have three public properties, right? So three public values, so all those three we are defining here. Okay, first one is link set master label, and its data type is string. We can check in the apex class also. See, this is string, publish status string, add home menu boolean, and this is boolean. So that is why accordingly we have given. Why I have not added the publish status here is, in the JS only we are updating the value of the published status. That is why we will pass the value from here only. For all this we are not defining, we wanted to make it as global, so we are just defining from here. So navigation is default navigation. If you have any other navigations, okay, you might create more than one, right? So you can give that name of the master label. Okay, not the developer name, you have to give the master label. So for example, you have given it, you have given the navigation name as navigation only, that's all, not the default one. You are not using the default one, you have created the custom one. How you do that is, go to this navigation, and then we have to click the add navigation menu. It will allow us to create the name. So this is exactly what I was telling, menu name. So you have to give that name here. So based on this label, it will fetch the developer name in the Apex class, which we already discussed. So this is the developer name, how it will get. And we have to pass the add home menu item, and then we have to pass the include image URLs. This is about the meta file. Okay, this is the description which we can put it in our own words. Okay, and then we'll see the UI now. So in the template, these are just for style purpose. Okay, nav, we have to use the nav tag in order to use this for the nav as a navigation. The role should be navigation. Now for each menu items, that means in the JS we are storing all these menu items in the menu items, right? So for each menu items and for each item, like for every item we should have ID. We are storing in the ID, right? For this ID we have to show the label, right? Now here we are not showing the label. Instead we are passing this item, the whole item, to the navigation menu item. In the menu item we will display the label. Okay, that is why I said we need two components. Okay, now let's see in the navigation menu item. If you see what I said, from here we are passing the menu item, right? So this item dot label we will use, but here we are using just label only. Why? Because in the JS we still define values, that's why. So we are importing the navigation mixin. Why? Because we have to navigate, right? So that's why. And then API property item. So why? Because we are sending from the parent component, that is why item is API. And then track href. Now why we gave this href as this JavaScript of 0? Because there is no navigation as of now, so we gave that. Okay, next we have page reference variable, and in the connected callback, that means as soon as your component is loaded, we have to get the type, target, and then default list UID. All these will be from this item which we passed from the parent. Okay, so if not of target, that means there is no target. Target is null value. Okay, sometimes we might get the null value targets also. In such cases we don't have to do anything, right? So we will just return empty. If not, type is internal link or external link. See, this is type. Okay, and in this, what I have told you, action type is there. So we are storing the action type in this only, but the Salesforce, what it will do is it will categorize few things here: internal, external. Internal means inside the Salesforce. External means sometimes you can select the external URL and you can give the URLs outside of the Salesforce, right? So those will be external link. So this categorization, all this will be done by the Salesforce only. We don't have to do anything at all. So then type is this or this, then page reference will be standard web page, and the attributes will be target, that is URL is target. Target means what I said, to which page you want to redirect. For example, I have chosen site page and this is the check password I want to redirect. So this is the target. And if I choose external URL and I give some google.com, now my target will be Google. That is what target means. So if the page reference is there, then this dot navigation mixin will generate the URL. Okay, we will just by default we will give this as this value and then we will update it later. Okay, now this dot href equal to URL. Now what we have called navigation mixin dot generate URL. So this will update this URL to this. So for every item, automatically when you come here, it will store the href and then label will be displayed. And then get label. So we need the label, right? So what I said, in the navigation menu only we will have the property label. So since we are passing the whole item to the child component in the item, we can directly access it as this dot item dot label. This is for the label, and then this is for the event. Like now when you have added the menu item, you have chosen some model or something like that, and when you click that navigation, it should happen, right? It should navigate to that page. That means event should occur. So that is for this on click function. Okay, on click, handle click. So we will come to here, event will be there, event would stop propagation, prevent. Okay, we will make sure that the action will happen. And then if this dot page reference, like that means if the page reference is not null, because here we will updating, no, that's why if it is not null, then we will navigate that to the page reference only, whether it's a side page or external UR or anything. So on click of that, it will navigate to that particular page. Else if there is an error, then we will just console it for our purpose. Okay, and for the navigation menu item, we will not have any properties to define. Now I will deploy. First we have to deploy the navigation menu item. Okay, why? Because in the navigation menu we are having the menu item. So if we push this first, it will search for the navigation menu item in the OR, which is not there, so it will throw you error. So first push the menu item, I mean child component, and then parent. So I have deployed this both. Now let's close this and then let's refresh this. We have to see that navigation menu in the components. Go here, see we have it. Let's add it here in the first. See, if we get the basic thing, we can style it later. Okay, for that we can have a separate video just to make sure that how it looks. It looks like once we start designing our website, like how it should look like, then we can make sure that it position, UI color, menu items color, everything. Okay, now I have added. Now I am seeing only topics, because in the navigation I have only the topics. Okay, see, and I also told you in the add home menu item we gave it as false, right? Add home menu item as false. That means that is why it is not showing this home. Okay, if we give it as true, this will show as home. So let's not keep that. We will create our own. So I said it's our books website, right? So let's add those. So we will have comics and manga. Okay, name we'll give that, and let's have all side pages only. Now we have not created any side pages, so I will just use whatever. Okay, I will put it as news detail. Okay, I have to give again register. Okay, now I will add one more. I will name it as fictional books, fiction. Okay, this I will give as again side page, and then I will give it forgot password, and then I will add one more thing, non-fiction, and let's give this as navigation topic, and then let's leave it like that. So I have added just 3. In the coming videos, based on our website design, we will add few more. This is just for navigation purpose, right? So, and I also told you in the Apex class there is something called menu items to skip. So menu items collection, yeah, this one. So what I said, if there is anything event or system link model, these items should not be displayed. So I will try adding one system link and let's see whether it will show or not. So I will name this as system link only, and I will put it as system link. Okay, experience builder. Let's save this menu, and if we see here menu items, see we have comics. Okay, it has taken the symbol. I will change that. Comics and manga, fiction, non-fiction, but it did not show a system link. Now let's change that system link to side page, then it will show side page. Let's give it as login, and then I will change this to, and okay, and then save menu. Now we should see 4 menu items. See, now we can see the system link. So that is what the use of menu item system, menu items to skip. Okay, and now let's delete that system link, and it will be gone as soon as you click save. Now if you see, you are in the builder, you did not publish your site, but still you are able to see the changes, right? That means this is in the draft state only. That is why we are using this publish status. Okay, this is what this method is used. And now we can add sub-menu items also. Now see, let's add one sub-menu item for the comics and manga. Let's add one piece, and let's give a side page. Okay, let it be. Oh, I have changed this only. One second. Yeah, comics and manga. Let's add one menu item. We'll give one piece manga. One piece, and then go to some side page. Let's choose that only for now since we don't have any design. This is just a basic one. Home. Now under the comics there should be one piece, right? So how you will do that? First you should go here, you should select this as menu label, then it will act as a label. Okay, just label. Under this we need the one piece, so you should just drag it. So now if you see, just move it to the right side so that it will be as a menu label. If you see the dotted lines, you can see that it will act as a menu label. So these are menus, these are, I'm sorry, these are menus, these are sub menu items. One piece, and then let's give it as some red note. This is some side page, and then we'll give it as error page, and then just drag it, put it here. So now save, but you won't be able to see any sub menu items because we haven't handled that logic only. See, let's see in the preview. If I click this fiction, it will redirect now. I think I gave it as, okay, forgot password. It has redirected. Now, let's go to the home page again. Now we'll just preview it. If I click comics and manga, nothing will happen. Why? Because it's just a label, it's not any navigation. Under this we have the navigation menu, sorry, sub menu items, but they are not showing up because there is no logic. I will explain you in the next video. So if you click non-fiction, it will redirect you to some other page. I think we gave it as error or home page. Let's see what is it. For the fiction we got this. Yeah, for the non-fiction it's navigational topic. Okay, we haven't defined anything, so it did not do anything. Okay, this is all about the navigation menu, and we will start building our website, books website. Okay, thank you.